Hi everyone, welcome back to Rapscallion on deck part 3. Now we'll continue our journey as a newbie pirates. While walking along the deck in the afternoon, I spot Milos looking through one of the cabin windows. Knowing his peeping habits, I storm up to him to stop this behavior. And what are you doing? I'm spying on Otto. It's fun to watch him read a book. No, it isn't. That sounds boring. Also, you're speaking as if spying a normal hobby when it's not. I'd rather you not to peep on people. Otto doesn't mind it. I do though. But you're not Otto. I can reason with you, can I? Want to know something, Mia? I enjoy spying on you more than Otto or anyone else on board. And why is that? Because you're a new recruit. I don't know any of your secrets. I want to know your secret. I don't have any, so don't bother. Seriously though, can you not spy on me or the others? Mia, I'm a pirate, a lawless man. You can't stop me from being a free man who does whatever he wants. Since there's no use arguing with the peeping navigator, I let out a sigh. Don't you have to do your job and keep a lookout or something? But I haven't seen anything out of the horizon all day, so it got boring. Now it's time for me to have some fun. And by fun, you mean watching Otto reading a book? Oh, that sounds super fun. I'm glad you understand. That was sarcasm, dumbass. I look into the window and see Otto staring right back at us. He then waves his hand to us before going back to reading. It's not spying if he knows we're here. But it's not like I'm trying to hide anything. I don't mind if people know that I'm watching. Man, you sure are weird. The rest of the guys are also an odd bunch for going along with your shenanigans. After leaving the navigator alone with his weird hobby, I go do my job. Running around with a mop under the glaring sun is making me sweat buckets. My skin feels all sticky and gross. How I wish to take a nice long shower right about now. But I can't. It's not possible since pirates can shower on board even though there's water all around us. Still, I refuse to be sweaty, stinky mess. When I see Kagi not far from where I stand, I gesture with my hand to make him come to me. What's wrong, lady? If I jump into the ocean, is there a way to climb on board? Why would you want to jump into the ocean in the first place? Do you want to meet the sea spirits or something? No, I want to wash myself. In that case, I can collect some warm sea water for you. Soak a cloth with the water, wipe your body in it, and you'll be clean soon enough. If that's the only choice I have, then I'll do just that. A few minutes later, Kagi hands me a bucket of seawater he had collected from the lower deck. Now, with a bucket and cloth in hand, I go back into my room. Eager to feel less dirty and sticky, I quickly take my shirt off. Since there are no spare clothes on board, I hang mine up by the window so the sunlight can take some of that stink away. I dip the cloth into the water before whipping it on my skin. Finally, a chance to clean my body after mopping tirelessly for days. Make sure to thoroughly wipe to get rid of all the dirt that has accumulated. Outside, Milos walked towards Mia's cabin with a smirk on his face. He had already made rounds on the ship, spying on every one of his crewmates except the Swabby. I wonder what he could be up to. Oh no. Curiosity fills the navigator as he peeps through the door gap to look inside Mia's cabin. Milo's jaw dropped as he was in disbelief. The unexpected scene inside is a shock to him. That body! Could it be? Mia is confused and shocked by what he had seen. The navigator decides to bolt away to clear his thoughts. I hear footsteps right outside my cabin, making me jump in surprise. Is someone running nearby? Now in full panic, I cover my breast with my arms. I don't feel safe naked even inside my own cabin. What if someone sees me right now? After quickly wiping my body clean, I put on my clothes as fast as I can. Maybe I'll just wipe my legs and arms next time instead of taking off my clothes. Better safe than sorry. I grip the mouth tightly as I prepare to continue my walk for the day. A swabby can't catch a break at all. Nearby, I see the navigator wearing an odd expression. It's strange to see a frown on his face instead of his usual smirk. Oddly enough, it makes me curious what's bothering him. You alright there, Milos? Huh? As soon as his eye meets mine, a blush rises to his cheek. He then shakes his head before nervously looking away. I'm fine, please don't mind me. I don't buy his answer, but he seems reluctant to tell me. I've never seen him look embarrassed until now, so this is quite strange. What's up with him? While I'm distracted, I accidentally slip on a pool of water, making me lose my footing. As I'm about to fall over and hit the floor, I feel a pair of arms catching me mid-air. Are you alright? Ah! Yeah, thanks for catching me. You should be more careful. You, of all people, should know how slippery the deck is. My bad, I was distracted. Instead of hoisting me up, we stay in the same position as he gazed right into my eyes. Yeah. Stop looking at me. You're making me uncomfortable. I'm sorry about that. Willow finally helps me stand up before snatching the mop from my hand. Can you give it back? I need to clean the deck. I'll do the cleaning today. Why? Don't you have your own job to do? I'm the swabby, so I have to do the mopping. As I'm about to reach for the mop, Milos hides it behind his back. Look, I feel like mopping today. Let me do this. Just go take a rest or something. Okay. Since the navigator is behaving even more strangely, I decide to let him to do whatever he wants. Not like I want to clean the deck anyway. Maybe I should be thankful that I can rest now thanks to him. June, who witnessed what had just happened, approached us with a look of confusion all over his face. I thought you hate mopping as much as I do, Milos. What are you doing? ... Without saying anything else, Milo starts to wipe the deck. Now it's time for lunch. And the menu is sea biscuits again. Of course it is. I've been eating these tasteless biscuits since I got here. Even though I have complaints about the taste, I munch on them like starving beasts. Whether to shove down my throat to satisfy my empty stomach. Are you that hungry, Mia? Yeah, but it's not enough to make me feel full. Can I have some more? Sorry, we can't. We keep the portion small because we don't want to run out of food before we dock at the port. I see, that's a shame. I'm still so hungry. As I swallow the remainder of my snack, I feel someone watching me closely. Have mine. Milos has be the rest of his biscuits, which makes the rest of the crew visibly confused. Are you not hungry, Milos? It doesn't matter how I feel, just take my share. But if you barely eat any, you'll be hungry for the whole day. I'll be alright. You need to eat more than I do, so please take it. After some reluctance, I accept his generosity. That's odd. Milos never shared his food with us before. A storm might be coming. Stop it. I'm only trying to be nice. But why? Can a man do something nice for someone without being questioned? Not knowing what to do with the biscuits Milo had given me, I stare at them blankly. My stomach tells me to eat them, but my brain tells me to be considerate and give them back. In the end, I finally know what I want to do with his portion. I'm going to split it between the two of us. After eating few biscuits, I shoved the rest into Milo's mouth. What are you? Eat. Don't say anything else. Don't spit it back out either. You have to eat. After some convincing, Milo finally nods before he starts to chew on the biscuits. Only when he swallows the food is he free to talk as he pleases. Why would you give the food back to me? Because you have to eat, obviously. Just like how you don't want me to be hungry, I don't want you to be hungry either. But the silence from him is unnerving. Actually, his whole behavior today is unnerving. Why is he acting weird around me? I have to get to the bottom of this. As much as I dislike the mischievous people side of him, at least it's better than this timid state he's in. Since we both are done eating, I grab the navigator's wrist before proceeding to drag him away from the group. Where are you two going? I just need to speak to Milos for a while. About what? Just shut up and follow me. Alone on the upper deck, Milos looks away nervously as he refuses to meet my eyes. You've been acting really strange today. No, I haven't. Not buying his answer, I cross my arms. Come on, you can't lie to me. Tell me what's going on with you. Milos keeps quiet as he continues with his reluctance to give me an answer. Do you perhaps have a problem with me? Why would you think that? I don't have a problem with you. Then why have you behaving weirdly around me? You are not the same as you used to be. Still not meeting my gaze, Milo starts his eye around in search for an answer. I don't know how to feel around you. What do you mean? Because I found out that you're actually a woman. My heart sinks at the moment. He knows my secret. A pirate knows that a woman is on board their ship. I can feel my hands start to tremble as I mentally prepare myself for the worst case scenario. Are you going to throw me overboard? Huh? Why would I? Because I'm a woman. No, I will never do anything that will harm you, especially now that we are mates. It doesn't matter to me whether a woman is on board the ship or not. Then why are you acting so strangely around me? Because I feel guilty. I found out that you are a woman because I spy on you. I thought you don't feel bad when it comes to peeping. I do in some cases. You see, when I was young, I accidentally spied on some lassies while they were changing their clothes. Ever since my old man found out, he told me to never secretly peep at a woman's naked body. He said I have to be respectful to them or else I'll be a bad man. And now I can't help but feel guilty ever since I saw your breast. I've been a bad man. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to look at them. I promise I won't ever spy on you when you're naked again. But when not naked, you still spy on me? What? I instinctively cover my chest with my arms. So, he saw me while I was washing up. That's an embarrassing thing to find out. I can't believe I forgot to be careful when I was aware that there was a peeper on board. Can you forgive me? Sure, since you didn't have any bad intentions. Thank goodness. But then again, isn't forgiving him only encouraging this bad hobby of his? Aside from my guilt, I feel like I should treat you more delicately now that I know you are a woman. I feel like I should be a proper gentleman. I don't want to be a bad man. Is that why you offered to mop in my stead and give me your portion of the food? Milos nods. Look, just treat me normally. I don't want you to see me as some delicate flower. I'm tough and strong, okay? I'm more than capable of doing labor and taking care of myself. You'll only make me upset if you treat me gently. Just be your usual self around me again, okay? I understand if that is what you wish. My heart feels lighter after clearing up things with Milos. Something about him knowing my secret makes me feel more at ease around him, especially since he don't have any issue with it. Does anyone else on board know that you are a woman? No, it's just you. Hmm. The grin on his face grows even wider, making me concerned about what's on his mind. Why do you ask? I finally found out your secret, and it pleased me to know that I'm the only person who knows. Of course, a weirdo like him would be fond of something like that. At least it sounds like he won't be sharing my secret with anyone. Oh, and Mia? Yeah? I no longer see you as a tough small boy, but a tough woman. I let out a snicker before shaking my head at him. What are you fellas talking about? Suddenly seeing June appears next to us, I almost let out a horrified shriek. He didn't hear our conversation, did he? What are you doing here, June? I came to check up on you too, since you both left abruptly. So, what are you fellas talking about? You didn't hear us? Nah, not at all. Milo swung his arm around my shoulder in a playful manner. Mia and I were just talking about a little secret between the two of us. What secret? Sorry, we can't share. Sorry, but we can share? Way to make things obvious, Milos. Don't worry, he won't know. June silently stares at us before walking away. That night I feel a sense of discomfort, almost as if someone is watching me, and I already know who my suspect is. I glance out of the window and there it is, a familiar face with an eye patch looking right at me. Milos? Ah, you caught me. You were being pretty obvious. Not like I was trying to hide anyway. What are you even doing here? I think you weren't going to peep on me anymore now that you know I'm a woman. I never said that. I said I won't spy on you when you are naked. Of course, it's disrespectful to spy on a lass when they are bare after all. Oh, and it's not disrespectful to spy on them when they have their clothes on? Your logic doesn't make any sense. It doesn't? Why not just not peep on me at all? It's not something that I can control. It totally is. Milo shrugged his shoulders and let out a sigh. No matter how many times I try to explain it to you, you never get it. I don't know how else I can make you understand. Stop trying to act like I'm the unreasonable one here. The navigator presses his finger on his lips before making a sus noise. Don't yell in the middle of the night. The others make me sleeping. I wouldn't have yelling if it weren't for you. So you also be going to sleep when instead of spying on me? I will soon. I only came here to see you before I sleep. Me? Why? Because I like you. The unexpected answer takes me off guard. Lost for words, my mouth stays agape as I try to wrap my head around his response. After sailing for days with you, I've come to like you as much as I like the other fellas. Oh, that kind of like. I can't believe I almost misunderstood him there. And it's not just you. I spy on the other fellas before I sleep. Night is the most vulnerable moment for most people, and I want to watch over the people I like during that time. I don't know if that's considered wholesome or creepy. I shook my head as a laugh escaped my throat. Damn, you're so weird. Huh? Why did I laugh? Am I starting to get used to his peeping habit? Crap. I'm going to go now. Sleep tight, Mia. You too. Okay. So I don't know if we still want to choose Milos or we can now choose Otto. I forgot to save. Oh, I think we choose Milos first if there's any ending or something. The sounds of the melodic wave fills my eardrums. Today seems to be a pleasant day, especially since the weather isn't scorching hot. The gentle rocking of the boat isn't a bother, and the ocean is quite calm today. No motion sickness, no nothing. At times like this, I think about how enjoyable sailing can be. Everything is peaceful and "Save me!" June's screams ruin any tranquility that's left. Of course, there is never any peace and quiet on board this ship. Why the heck is he so loud? On the main deck, I see my three crewmates huddled together with a look of fear on each of their faces. Knowing them, whatever they're worried about is probably nothing serious. What's wrong with you guys? Otto is telling us a horrid tale. Horrid indeed, shivers me timbers. It might come into my nightmares. Well, what's it about? I was reading a book last night to study medicine. It was written by a famous doctor who had sailed for years. Nothing horrifying about that. Shh, listen, Cillian. Anyway, he wrote about how his ship captain met a woman one night and entered Venus honeypot. Huh? What's a Venus honeypot? It's the cave within. It's the cave. Yeah. It's where you turn butter. It's where small people are made. Okay, I get it now. Continue with the story. After entering the honeypot, things changed for the captain. As days passed, his body became sore, especially down there. When he asked the doctor, he realized that he got the great pox, also known as Cupid disease. The captain and the doctor searched and searched all over the world to find a cure, but there was none. Months passed, and the captain's skin started to change. Worst of all, the pain down there was unbearable. And one day, the doctor found that he thought was a miracle cure. And what was that? Quicksilver. The doctor heated up the quicksilver until it turned into liquid and then poured it into the tiny... Ah! The captain screamed aloud because the pain of the heated quicksilver was unbearable. Thinking about it makes me feel the pain as well. That's what you are all scared about? It's just some story. It's going to happen to you. But it could be us. It's not going to be. What if we enter Venus honeypot one day and get the great pox? Pain from the great pox or the heated quicksilver? I don't want either. Isn't there any other cure for that disease, Otto? Maybe amputation? Wow! Please don't show me what I have done there. It's best if we never do what that captain once did, then we will never get that cursed disease. I have never bedded someone, nor will I ever do it. I hate children. I will never be wed. I never want a wife. I think you guys are exaggerating. Mateys, we know what we must do at this moment. The other two nods. Meanwhile, I am left perplexed. What are we supposed to do at this moment? We must make an oath to never be tempted by a woman. Huh? Mia, you must promise us that you'll never dox someone. I will be saddened if you get the great pox. I won't worry about that because Mia doesn't have a... I quickly slapped a hand over Milo's mouth to stop him from finishing his sentence. Hey, I'm supposed to be a man, remember? Don't say anything that would give me away. The navigator nods, and only then I do pull away from him. You two seem closer than before. Well, that's because we share a secret between us. Yeah. Hmm. By the way, I don't get why you all are so afraid of being with a woman. You know, it's not like you only get that disease from woman, you can get it from another man. After that moment, silence fills the air as my crewmates stare at me with their mouths agape. Then they slowly turn to look at one another. Don't you dare touch me, Otto. I don't want the great box from you. I don't have that disease. Also, I'm not interested in you that way. You might be my mateys and I love you all, but I will throw you off the ship if any of you catch that disease. Dramatic much. I doubt any of them are ever going to get that disease since they are all scared of having intercourse. Out of nowhere, Kagi pops his head out of the corner before waving at us. Ahoy, mateys! It is now time to eat. Finally, I've been waiting. All this talking makes me very hungry. The three guys who were just crying in agony are now merry and chipper as they head into the bottom deck to grab food. They sure cheer up quickly. As if the food portion the other day wasn't enough, today's portion was even smaller. How are a few biscuits supposed to be enough for us? We are running out of food quickly, so we have no choice but to eat less. Don't be so down, even if we don't have food, love and camaraderie are enough for us to survive and sail the seas. No, they aren't. Friendship is not a cure for starvation. My stomach starts to rumble. I shouldn't shout, it's just going to make me even more hungry. Since there isn't a choice, I munch on the biscuits bitterly. I wonder if I'm going to get some disease from the lack of food and nutrition one day. Perhaps we need to take action to get more food. Then I have a suggestion. I spotted a merchant ship close by. This road is safe, and the navy isn't around, so shall we follow it? We should. Pay close attention to the ship. Meanwhile, we'll try to sail closer to it. Aye, Captain. Sitting beside me is Jun, who now has a stern expression on his face instead of his unusual mischievous one. What's wrong? I'm sad. A sigh escaped from his lips as he faced a sob. If we're following a ship, that means I can fire my cannon, or else we make alert and scare the target. What are we going to do after we follow the ship? Loot them, of course. We're pirates, and that is what we do. The moral implication of stealing threw me for a loop. What did I expect from sailing with pirates? They aren't just some hooligans sailing together, they are the thieves of the sea. And since I joined the crew, I too am part of this thieving act. The talks give me a feeling of discomfort that I can wrap my head around. Over the next few days, we sail closer and closer to merchant ship. Since ours is smaller with barely any cargo, we are able to catch up to the target quickly. The atmosphere grows more tense even though the ship used to be merry just mere days ago. Milos keeps an eye on the target ship closely night and day, making sure they never leave his sight. Their ship must be carrying quite a lot of cargo since they are sailing slower than I thought. At this rate, we might catch up to them before the sun falls. Good, let's get ready. Hey, do we really have to loot that ship? Why do you ask me? I don't think stealing is right. What is right and what is wrong? What you think is wrong might be right in my eyes. We will never know the answer because everyone thinks differently. Gagi then placed his hand on top of my head. You are a good sailor to worry about such things, but don't be concerned because we are doing the right thing. Seeing determination on his eyes, I know that he won't change his mind no matter what I say. Feeling uneasy, I bit my lips. But this all feels so wrong. Soon we catch up to the merchant ship. All of the crew's eyes lock into the target, and none of them speak a word. Much to my surprise, someone grabs my hand. Follow me. Otto then takes me to my cabin and forces me to sit on my hammock. Stay here and hide for the time being. Why? We're about to approach that merchant ship. If they don't surrender to us immediately, we might have to go to battle. You don't know how to use a sword, so you are in danger if we get into a fight. I don't want you to get hurt, so you have to hide here till everything calms down. Realizing the severity of the situation I'm in, my eyes widen in fear. I have to clench my fists to stop them from trembling. As much as I don't want to show my weakness, this is all too overwhelming for me to handle. If we get into battle, then won't someone die? Why are we even comforting that ship? Can we just turn back and let them be? Hey, we can't. But what if you guys die from a battle? Don't worry, we'll never die. Not feeling reassured at all, I shake my head. I'll come back to call you after everything is over. Okay, just try not to get hurt. We will. Otto gently pats my back before leaving my cabin. Now left alone with my thoughts, I crawl into a ball as I await the outcome. The sailors on the merchant are innocently sailing the ocean, so I don't want them to be hurt. But the attackers are my crewmates, so I don't want them to be hurt either. Outside, Otto rejoins the other pirates. Is Mia safe? I told him not to come outside. Good, then we shall get into position, fellas. Hoist the black flag. Aye, Captain. Once the flag is raised, the pirates all draw out their weapons at once. Surrender now, or we'll send you to the sea spirits. As soon as the enemy sees the black flag, they know who they are facing. Unlike the pirates, they did not draw their weapons to fend for their ship. One by one, they hesitantly raise their hands as they surrender themselves to the invaders. Why risk their lives over some cargo? Inside my cabin, I feel more anxious than ever. I bite my lips as I wonder what will happen to my crew. No longer are the moral implications of stealing the main concern in my mind. I am more worried about my crew. They may be no good pirates, but I don't want them to die. Worse off, what if they lose and the enemy finds me? Will I die too? I clasp my hands together as I pray for the best outcome. I hope nothing bad happens. The more anxious I get, the more my hands start to tremble. Damn it, why am I so scared? I should be acting strong. As much as I try to ignore my fear, it isn't possible. The door to my cabin creaks open, making me jump up in surprise. After seeing who the visitor is, I start to calm down. You scared me there, Otto. What? You thought I was the enemy coming inside the cabin to capture you? Sort of. So the fight's over? Hey, you can stop hiding now. Did anyone die? The merchant surrendered at once, so no blood was shed. I let out a sigh of relief after hearing the news. Thank goodness no one died. Now that there is no more danger, I step off the cabin together with the carpenter. I glance over at the merchant ship and see their sailors kneeling on the floor with visible fear on their faces. I too would be terrified if I were in their shoes. Feeling sympathetic, I start to feel bad for the innocent sailor who have done nothing wrong. Are you going to kill or capture those merchants? No, we don't kill fellow sailors unless they threaten our lives. We only loot from them. We might be pirates, but we don't do things that are pure evil. The captain points to Milos, who is carrying a crate of dry meat from the other ship, while June brings back a treasure chest. As you can see, we don't loot many, we only take enough food for us to sail to the next port. Most importantly, we take the treasure. The wealthy owners of the ships will surely be furious that we took their gold. But not all merchant ships carry gold. If that happens, we only take a portion of their food. Kagi pats my back as if I'm a good old pal. Mia, I want you to learn that seamen and the poor are not our enemies. The wealthy who shove gold down their pockets to fill their own greed is our enemy. All these merchant ships out there are commissioned by the wealthy. That's why we can't take their treasure. But we will not loot cargo such as sugar, tea, or wheat. After all, people back at the port rely on these merchants to bring them their needs. The gold and treasure we take are to mock the wealthy owners. We don't plan to keep it though. We prefer to give it to those who need it more. That is why my mentor taught me to do, so I'm teaching you the same. Why should the wealthy have more money when the poor are struggling to find food every day? Was what he told me. Since I'm his student, I will listen to every single one of his teachings. I can only nod since I don't know how to feel about his teaching. Is this what Kagi meant when he asked me what's right and what's wrong? Because in this situation, I don't know how to answer that. You might not know this since you are new to this world, but we are well known throughout the sea. Sailors surrender when they see our black flag because they know we won't loot everything. They don't want to risk their lives to protect their owner cargo after all. In the end, we are here to do what's right, and that is to spread wealth evenly among all people. I wish to see a world where money and the rich don't control us. And this is why I think I'm destined to be a pirate. It's because I'll never let anything control me. I'll always be free and lawless. Although it's confusing to see considerate pirates, I'm glad I'm not part of an evil crew looking to steal everything in sight. Do you still think looting is bad? Yes, but your goal isn't. Kagi's grin widens at my response. I'm glad you agree with me, Mia, because many don't. Most men turn to piracy so they can be wealthy. As for us, we barely split the riches among ourselves. That's the reason why most men won't join our crew. It's hard to find pirates with good heart who don't care about becoming rich. And that's why you dragged me on board to work with you? Huh? About that, I apologize. We have a hard time finding new recruits. I get it. Just so you know, even though I was basically forced to in the beginning, I don't mind working for you anymore. I'm glad. The conversation with the captain makes me think about how it's not so bad to be a pirate if I'm sailing with them. My crewmates are idiots, but at least they are good idiots. After gathering everything we need from the merchant ship, we let them go. Then we continue to sail to our next destination. Alright, I think that's all for part 3. I'll see you on the next video.